Good day, Martin from the Philippines, and we're here in Real Talk Lifeline. So let's get to it. Challenge of the day. Challenge of the day: how can I determine if my actions are aligned with my goals or mission? So that's interesting challenge. Before we get into it, guys who are watching the live or the replay, feel free to comment down below if you have any personal experience, or maybe you just know how to overcome this current challenge of the day, which is: how can I determine if my actions are aligned with my goals or mission? So all I will share from this short live today is these are just based on my experience. If you do find it helpful, then feel free to test it out yourself. If it is not, feel free to it's okay. You don't have to use it. So challenge of the day: how can I determine if my actions are aligned with my goals and mission? First of all, what I would do is we gotta start with clarity with what the goal and the mission is, even before evaluating. So, what is this? I would suggest, in my experience, what I've learned to do was to come up with something as simple as a vision or a dream board, as you can see behind me. So I'll flip the camera. I don't know if this is going to be a little more clear for you to see. You don't, here's the thing: when I started, why I'm starting with this. I was asked to make my own dream board back in 2015, and it did not look like this. In fact, what happened was my manager from work said, make a dream board. The first thing that hit me was I said, I don't have any dreams. And it really hit me. I was like, what? I didn't have anything in mind. So that's okay for those who wonder. It's kind of sad, but I came up with something on my own. If you notice, for example, this one, those didn't have stickers before when I made this back in 2015, 2016. Every time I achieved it, I put a sticker when I achieved that MDRT, or $1 million round table for work. Also, if you notice over the years, boom, I started to add a little more to my dream board, so it also can evolve over the years. Sometimes it can totally change because your vision or mission for that time levels up or it goes to the next. So here's the next thing. How can we check again? Because the question is, how can I check or determine if my actions are aligned with my goals and mission? So here's the next thing I want to share with you. Very, 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 very quick. Here I'm going to flip it. So what I'm going to show you now is this one. Doing some live improv. So how do we check? So there's this process which I learned from one of my mentors. It was T. Harv Eker, but there are other people who also teach this as well. What is this? This means that our thoughts lead to our feelings lead to our actions, and our actions lead to our results. So how do we determine and check? It has to first start with the thought, right? It has to start with something. And I won't go into so deep about that. You can actually check your thoughts through journaling, which I do every day. There are other ways to check it. If you have like a to-do list or calendar, check if you actually have done those things. People who are more intuitive or emotional, you could also do a check-in with your feelings. How am I feeling? Right now, I actually feel good. I just had a board meeting this morning with the LUAP, or Life Underwriters Association of the Philippines. I'm doing this live. Actions, I also check my actions. Checking off my to-do list. Yes, I had a productive morning. Now I'm doing this live. I'm about to eat lunch in a bit. And the results end up showing itself. Now, remember that dream board, that vision thing I said? Well, how do we check our thoughts? How do we even just set it in place so we can determine and check it later? So here's the big tip. I got I was listening to a seminar, day 3 of Bob Proctor, the Proctor Gallagher Institute. So they talk about self-image. So what is this? What is this P over here? The P is also called our programming. So the programming is actually what will override or will lead to our thoughts, feelings, actions, and results. So they also call this autosuggestion. Again, the simplest form I would show this is, pardon, let me flip it back here. So the simplest suggestion I would say is, it goes back again to this. This is also your programming or autosuggestion. How do I determine if my actions are aligned with it? Well, am I doing any one of this today? So right now I am. Right in the center, that's my mission. That's why I'm doing the live. Am I doing work or activities that I love? Yes, that's a big yes for this morning. That Luap, it does fulfill me. That's why I love doing it. That is totally volunteer work. I'm not getting paid for that, and I still love it. So you will naturally be able to check if your actions are starting to align with your goals and your mission. Now, here's the thing again, make it practical. Make your mission or your vision very clear. So the best way to check on it is literally have it right there on your wall. Check on your day, check in yourself, your to-do list, what you were thinking. If you don't want to do that, check in with how you're feeling, your actions. If something doesn't feel right, is my life going the way I want it to, based on my own design, living life on my own terms? Then you got that alignment. So I'll end the live with that. If you want a little more of this, if this is a little too short, comment deep dive down below and I will reply to you, and I will sit down with you. If you want to talk about your biggest challenge in life right now, I will just listen at first. If you want to take it to the next level, we can share ideas with each other so that you will not be stuck anymore. Thank you. I love you. And I will see you next time.